Okay, one thing, remember for sure to go ahead and save your work in progress so you can come back and view if you need it. So the next layer, I'm going to do black and white. Let's call this white dodge and burn. So it's kind of conspiracy word. So for this one, what we're going to do, it's actually create difference. So let me go delete this one. We'll go press Control Shift Alt and E. It's I think Control Command Option and E on the Macintosh. So we created, take all these layers and we created brand new. So on this one we're going black and white, and we'll also work with shadows. So in this case we'll go to image, we go to adjust and convert to black and white. As converting black and white, I'm going later to use this for the soft light, and as soft light my highlights will give it to me brighter and darker, give it darker. So I want to actually bring some of those a little bit in image, some contrast. So I'm going to add red, and I'm looking on this, it's a little bit brighter on the face. We can also bring a little bit maybe darker on the background. Okay, we can look also on the black and a little bit maybe right here. So kind of preset a little bit more, bring to the face line. So let's click OK. Next, I want a little bit flatness, too much contrast for me this. So shadows and highlights is what I'm going to use, and I'm right now in advanced. So if you are seeing like this, you can click on show more options, so it's open for you. We'll take first shadows and go to the 100%, and we can take radius and drop down to maybe about 18. Same, we can go adjust, and normally I'm adjusting so I can see some nicer effect. In the radius I'm dropping down because I don't like this halo by the edges. So what I'm doing is bring a little bit down. Okay, we can bring I think around this area and adjusting a little bit tone. So right here my tone, I kind of try to hide this edge, that's why I bring my tone down, but at the same time I'll bring a little bit more, like right here face. I think this will look good. Okay, next let's go to select from normal to soft light, and right here on the full power you can see how much we bring kind of dark and brighter a little bit up, and we'll can take in their position. So probably about 30% will work very well. And I just add additional curving. You can not necessarily, if you want it, you can just use it by techniques automatic, like the shadows are black and white, if you don't want to mess around with the dodge and burn layer. So you can do both. In this case I'm doing both of them, and they work very well together. Okay, so right here we kind of set up at this point. Next, I already like how it looks, look a little bit painting, but I want to add a little bit more painting effect as well, hide some of this effect on the side. So same, Control Shift Alt E or Command Option Alt E, create new layer, and this one we'll call let's call blur, even we won't use it, but it's kind of more diffusing mask. So we'll go filter, noise, and we'll click dust and scratches. So in this case, what I right now will apply two of them different one. The first, I want smooth a little bit with her face. So I'm just looking at her face and bring kind of a little bit down, so I still have details there on the skin. We'll click OK. And this is mostly applied just to smooth out some of this digital noise was created. So we'll create as well a masking layer, and we'll just, okay, I'm sorry, fill up this layer with a black 100%, so it's become invisible. And by using our brush, okay, so let's go zoom in a little bit closer. Now we'll use our brush, white color, very soft again. I'm going to brush just like in some areas a little bit. So what it does, you can look right here, it's kind of start brushing in some of those effect that we applied in those areas, and it's by this it will remove some of this noise we created, so it will create a little bit smoother. Work very well on skin. You don't want overdo, because otherwise it's look more as a painting, or as kind of you apply almost digital Botox. So I want to just apply a little bit to the face, mostly in the shadows. It's work very well where we have it kind of that grainy show up. So you can see it's kind of a little bit small, give it somewhat painting effect. Again, if you have it like grain right here, you can always smooth out, but I want to leave this grain on. And we'll go check hands. I like to apply at least in the shadows right here in the hands, because we don't have it so much details, but we start having noise on the skin, and I want to remove this by applying my hands. Okay, actually right here, thumb, very good, right there, this area. Okay, and we can go ahead and apply on the hands. If we apply on her clothes, we start losing some texture. It's maybe work in some areas, so you can try and see if it's kind of work okay for you. Like right here, we lost some details. I want to apply it, maybe, you know, some in darker areas to reduce some noise. Right here, we can go and just slightly retouch, reduce some of the digital noise that we applied. But overall, it's worked well. Okay, I want to say apply for around here, but problem is to do this, it's that I needed higher percent. So I'm going to create again, merge all layers to create brand new. We're going to filter, noise, same thing. Only on this case, I will look on this area, because I want to probably bring this quite a bit up higher. So maybe around this area. Click OK. So you can see almost like painting, like very smudgy, kind of blurring look. So, and we'll call this for the backdrop. Okay, same things. We'll create a mask. We'll go ahead and fill that mask with 100% black. And by using brush, I'm going to brush in some of those areas. In this case, I'm actually going to use it 20%, so it will be a little bit faster. And you can see like right here in some areas, when we come closer, you can see we applying not too close, but we can remove a lot of this noise out that we don't need it. Of course, you can go ahead and retouch the backdrop if you need it, but in this case, I want this will work faster and as well. Just remove some of this stuff. If you even touch slightly your clothes, it will be fine. It won't be that big effect. Overall, we'll just remove some of this artifact. Okay, let's go click Alt on a mask, so it's open the mask, and I can just touch up some of those areas where missed before, a little bit on the edges mostly. I think it's look good. Okay, let's click OK. And you can see this is what we have so far. We can take this color and remove all away by painting. So to do this, we'll create a new layer. Okay, and I'm going to just select the brush, very soft. Okay, we'll go click in, and you can kind of start painting over, a little bit adjusting those colors. So we maybe don't want reduce all away, but we can slightly removing. And again, because we was using other tool, it's gonna give us a nice effect. So right here again, just slightly paint in to reduce this effect. Okay, let's go ahead and next we'll work a little bit more on the colors, maybe add some texture to this. So let's go continue this in the next tutorial.